You have to think of letting go as in value add and not as something that is breaking your life down or apart. Hi everyone, today we are going to be talking about how to let go easily. For the purpose of this video, I would be using the nomenclature ship when it comes to talking about relationships, friendships, jobs, situations, city, anything. Two disclaimers I'd like to put out there before we continue. First one being that this video may not be very helpful for people who have suffered extreme abuse in form of physical abuse, sexual abuse or emotional abuse. If you have gone through something like that, I would urge you to please visit a certified CBT trauma therapist who might be able to help you with this. Before you proceed with the video, I want you to be absolutely sure that you are ready to let them go, to let the ship go. And why is that? Because oftentimes if we are not very sure, we may follow through all the steps, we may start taking action, but then we are the only ones who end up sabotaging it by going back into the same situation again. So you have to be absolutely sure of the fact that yes, you are truly ready to let go. And now starting with my insights on what can help you in letting go. Before you decide to let go of any ship in your life, the first thing that you have to do is you have to let go the idea of why me, or was I not good enough. So you have to first let go the blame on your own self. It's extremely human and normal that each time you're trying to go off any ship, a friendship, relationship, job, situationship, city, we start questioning ourselves thinking, oh, was I not good enough? Did I not deserve like the right kind of love? Was I not a good friend because of which they were not a good friend to me? Was I not great at my job and that's why they did not value me? So it's very easy to become self-critical. So what I want you to do is, before you start this whole journey of letting go the ship, let go of this feeling of why me, or was I not good enough? Because you have to understand that many a times when a situation, a person is acting out in a particular manner, it is actually not about you. I know it sounds cliched, like it's not you, it's me, but yes, it is actually about their own selves. So if a job is probably promising that no, we are going to give you the exposure, we are going to give you the right opportunities set out for you, you have to understand if your management is actually capable of providing you with these opportunities or not. If they actually have the kind of foothold and setting in the industry that they are showcasing. Then if it comes to a relationship, if somebody is saying that they may or may not be able to commit and they are going back and forth on it, it is truly about their own fears or their own limitations. So it is actually not about you. There is nothing lacking in you because of which the situation is transpiring, so bringing you to this question that should I let go or I want to let go. So you don't have to blame yourself, but that also doesn't mean that you have to blame the other party, because I truly believe everybody is on their own journey. So we can stop with the blaming and instead we can just understand that okay, things are not matching up. So that's the first point. Number two, this is very practical. What I want you to do is, as a person, I want you to take the blindfold off and then ask yourself the reasons that why do you want to let go. So how do you do this? You should broadly ask yourself a couple of questions like, am I always happy in this particular ship? You should ask yourself that, does this ship align with my values, with who I am right now and where I see myself maybe next couple of years, even next couple of months for that matter? Are you truly yourself comfortably with the ship at all times? So even in jobs, there are some people who are very strong and they like, to be proactive. They like to be given charge so that they can actually add value. And sometimes if your manager is a micromanager, then that may not ever happen. So you have to ask yourself that, are you comfortably, truly yourselves in this particular ship, on your understanding and the communication with them? And then the last question, why is even the thought of letting go popping up? Because people who are happy in certain situations, or people in relationships, etc., they would actually never think of letting go. So just ask yourself that, why do I constantly think about letting go? What is it in me that is changing, or what is it that I'm not liking? So that is the very first point. And once you have this reflection ready with you, you should actually go over it again and again, within that moment, just to be absolutely sure that yes, not only you know this, but at the same time, for these same reasons, you're ready to take charge. Third point, you can wear the blindfold on again, and now you can ask yourself what keeps you stuck in this ship. So if it's a relationship, I'm guessing most likely the reasons will be that, then I'll be alone, it's been so long, how can I break off, and I'm not habitual of staying alone now. Loneliness. Another reason could be that, what if I don't ever find love, or I'll have to do the whole cycle of finding love again with somebody else. If it's a job, there's chance of, you telling yourself that, no, like this is a financially secure job, or it's okay, I have work-life balance, even if there's not enough growth. So, you have to ask yourself, what are your reasons because of which you are stuck till now? Why have you not been able to snap out of it and be like, okay, I'm letting go? In understanding problems in you, what do I mean by problems in you? It's like some of us are seeking an idea of perfection, and because of which, if we say that we are letting go of a particular ship, maybe to the world, to our peers around, to our family, it may not seem like the right thing, and suddenly, we are like, oh no, we don't want to like seem imperfect in the world. So sometimes that is the reason. Sometimes the reason is that you're too much into the comfort zone. You're like, oh, you know what, it works the way it is. I mean, at least at the end of the day, I have something to go back to. Or for a job, at the end of the day, salary to aa jati hai in the bank account. So whatever you are, the answers that you're gathering in this question, basically they will all make you realize that what are your own blockages. Maybe you're a person who likes to stay in the comfort zone for too long. Maybe you are the kind of person who entertains the wrong kind of behavior or the wrong kind of situation for a very long period. Maybe you are somebody who has extremely low self-worth, and because of which you feel that, will I ever find love again? And am I even worthy of love? So you will figure out your own blockages, your own insecurities and fears, which is great because that's what we need so that we can eliminate those and move to the next step. Fourth point, which is recall your epiphany moments. So what do I mean by epiphany moments is, whenever we want to get out of something, there are always those moments that we get which make us go like, aha, that, I just can't be in this anymore. I want you to recall those moments. If you feel you haven't really had those moments, because some of us are also conditioned when it comes to, relationships specifically and friendships to stay in it till eternity. So if that is something that you've never gone through because the idea of letting go or breaking up was never on your mind, then I would urge you to now start observing those epiphany moments. Just start asking yourself that, when did I have that epiphany? If not, observe yourself in the now, where you feel like going, fuck, I can't, like I just don't want to anymore. It could be for friendships also, it could be for relationships also, it could be for anything. So you have to observe those epiphany moments. And whatever I'm going to say next, you have to listen to it very maturely. Hold on to these moments of epiphany. And not from a space of major animosity or like a revenge-seeking approach, nothing like that. Just hold on to them as in just sit with them for a little longer. See, many times what happens is, even if we have had such moments where it was the last straw, we still sometimes are not able to gather the strength or the courage because of the previous point, which is our own insecurities and blocks. That's the reason I want you to hold on to these moments of epiphany. Because the longer you sit with it, you would be able to tell yourself that yes, you have been tolerating something that you are not up for. You don't want to tolerate it. So why were you tolerating it? You don't feel you're being treated right, you're being taken seriously, you're being taken for granted. So sit with it for longer. And sit with it literally means like reflecting on it and thinking about it. Why? Because that is where the motivation and the drive will come to let go. Second last point, let go the idea of not yet. It's a little complicated. So basically what happens is, whenever we want to let go of something and we are having struggle with it, like we are not able to let go, then usually it's because we are telling ourselves not yet, now's not the time, I'll wait it out a little bit more, I'll observe for a little bit more time. So you have to let go of this idea. And honestly speaking, you would not have been watching this video, if letting go of something was easier for you. So you are watching this. Why? Because you are somebody who is delaying this process. And why are you delaying this process? You again have to go back to the third point. It is your own blocks and your own insecurities. The fear that if I let go, then what if? So when we keep telling ourselves not yet, what we are doing is we are creating a loop of if then. So we keep delaying the process. We say, if they do it like this, then maybe we will. Or if they just change this much about themselves, then we are okay, staying in and making it work. So you have to break this loop in your own mind. And why are you creating this loop? Again, the third point, your own insecurities and your own self-limiting beliefs. So if I have to just say it very simply, not yet simply means just drop it. There's no such thing as not yet. You've had this thought maybe multiple times, you invested the time in watching this video, so a part of you really wants to let go of something, and this is it. Because it wants to let go, you have to just let go. There is no more the concept of not yet. Last point, do not get held back. Be it a friendship, a friend will either try to make it work or say, I'll try to work upon it. Oh no, this is so stupid. They might even tell you that no, it's you're crazy, etc. If it's a relationship, again, the person might say that no, I will change. If it's a job, they might start promising more, newer, bigger things. So do not get held back. Why? Because before a person comes onto the process of letting go or even thinking about letting go, it's natural for a human to have already expressed displeasure multiple times. So when that displeasure was not heard of, when that displeasure was never taken into consideration, and when this ship could not actually read that, okay, what this person is seeking is probably more, etc. How come suddenly now giving the ultimatum is making them switch things totally up? So no, these are just tactics which the other person also, because of lack of their own awareness, is maybe just saying that no, they'll change things up. Because when you let go, it's going to be a big change, not just for you but for them also. So you have to understand they did have a chance when you expressed your displeasure, which I'm sure you must have, but they do not have a chance once you have expressed your decision. So you have to be strong and you have to ensure that you're not getting held back. And once you have done all of these steps, which I don't think is something that's a 1 or 2 day job, it's going to take you a little bit of while to figure out and finally have a strong self-talk and maybe let go. Then we'll start the next aspect, which is grieving. Because once you let go of something, unless it was something really bad, then you might feel like Kangna Ranaut in Queen, liberated and free and different. But if it was something that you also feel kind of stuck on, and you haven't really made peace with the negative aspects of it yet, or haven't fully accepted the negative aspects of the ship yet, so there is a chance that you might become sad, and for that you might have to go through the process of grieving. Now that process I will talk about in my next video. One thing that I always tell people is letting go is very important, and I personally genuinely practice it, and it's been so many years, and I think I've kind of mastered it also now. And why I feel letting go is important is because it creates space. The concept of space creation. When you let go of something that is not right for you, it could be friends, it could be relationship, whatever, it doesn't matter. When you let go of something that is not right for you, what happens is you feel dejected. There is suddenly a space. And now, because of that void, you are sad, you are upset, you're feeling dejected, you don't know if things will turn around or not, if you will ever make new friends again, if you will ever have a boyfriend again, if you will ever have a great job again. And if you are functioning from a great space and you understand the art of letting go, which I just explained in the video, and the value of it, then what happens is a part of you would automatically feel like exploring more. So suppose you let go of friends, and now of course there's this space whom to go on a spin with, and no more giddy partners, no more chilling partners. Automatically a part of you might actually start putting yourself out there more, to network with more people, to find more friends. So letting the wrong people go, or the wrong situations or the wrong job goes, creates a space. so that you can fill in with something that's resonating with you in your now. So it's important that you let go. And I personally very, very, very strongly believe in this whole concept of space creation. And I keep on advocating it also, to whoever like comes to me and they're like letting go, and I'm like, nahi, ye hota hai, because it's personally tried and tested. So it's important that you have to think of letting go as in value add and not as something that is breaking your life down or apart. So I hope the video helped. If it did, then please like the video and subscribe to my channel, and you can also follow me on Instagram. Bye.